All right. Today this section talks about parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay, so the first thing is parallel lines. And what you have to remember is parallel lines have the same slope. So looking at the first line, y equals 4x minus 5, my slope is 4. Okay, looking at the second line, 3x minus 2, my slope is 3. Since these are not the same, then no, these two lines are not parallel. Now, if you graph them over here using your slope and your y-intercept, so this equation goes to -5 on the y-axis, and then I can go up 4 over 1 and draw my line. Let's try that again. If I can get this line a little straighter, okay? And then the other one goes to -2, and then it goes up 3 over 1, and I draw that line. They look almost parallel, but you can see as you go further up, they're getting closer and closer together. So they're not technically parallel, okay? So what about these two? Determine if they're parallel. The first thing you want to do is solve each equation for y. So I'm going to add 3x to both sides. And I can see here, my slope is 3. Here I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. And then divide by -2. So my slope here is 3. Since these two slopes are the same, then yes, they are parallel. And if you went over here and you graphed them, okay, so I'm going to start at 5, and then my slope is 3. So 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 1. And then here I'm going to start at -1. And you can see if I can get a really straight line, that those lines don't really cross, meaning they are parallel. Okay? Now, given it a line, how do you find the equation of a line parallel to it if we only know a point that it goes through? So over here, here's what they're saying. Here's my point, -1, 3. Okay, if I take 2x plus y equals 5 and solve for y, because I'm going to have to find the slope of this line anyway. So 5 down 2 over 1. Okay, here's this line that they give us, and here's the point. They want to know what's the equation of that dotted parallel line. Well, first of all, if the slope here is -2, we know that the slope of the parallel line is also -2, and we have the point -1, 3. So using the slope and the point, we can use the point slope form of the equation of a line and solve for y. Distribute your -2 and add 3 to both sides. Okay? All right. Now, if it's a vertical line, so think over here. Here's my vertical line, x equals 3. If I want a line parallel to it, it has to be vertical also. So it's going to have the same x equals a number equation. And since it's the 0.15, we know that our equation is going to be x equals 1 because 1 is the x value.